Welcome back to Forgotten by Time. It's a spooky month, so we're cooking up a special on the history of Halloween. Halloween started out as a Celtic holiday called Samhain. People would light bonfires and dress up to ward off spirits. It was believed that if you dressed up, Halloween spirits would not be able to possess you because they wouldn't be able to recognize you. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory established November 1st as All Saints' Day, later to become All Hallows' Eve. It was also believed that October 31st was when loved ones would come and visit the living. In Spanish speaking countries, this is called Dia de los Muertos.
Spanish always freaks me out. I wish I could speak a different language. That's cool. Celts would build large bonfires and sacrifice animals and crops. What?
Yeah.
They also tried to tell each other's fortunes in 43 AD. Romans evolved it and had their own versions. Faralila. Is that how you say that? No?
It didn't give a pronunciation. So if we butchered it, we apologize.
Yeah, I apologize. The next day, they would honor the goddess of fruit and trees, Porma, which is where the tradition of bobbing for apples started. Okay, that's pretty cool.
I mean, it is fun to do it. I've done it before.
Really, you've tried it? I've never tried before.
Apple bobbing?
Yeah.
You've never done it. Dude, it's
I didn't
awesome.
know. I didn't know it was that common of an experience for people to apple bob.
I remember one time we were with our neighbors, and the one guy we were hanging out with, he put his head in, and I think he got like 2 apples in his mouth, and he just dipped.
What? That's crazy. So in 609 AD, Pope Boniface, how do you say that name?
I'd assume you had it right, Boniface.
Boniface the fifth. Is that the fifth?
Fourth.
Dedicated the phenomenon to add Christian martyrs called All Martyrs' Day. Pope Gregory III moved the day from May 13th to November 1st. Although at first in America Protestants limited Halloween, it was more common in the South. Women could find their true love with doing tricks with yam, apple paintings, or mirrors.
Yeah, I kind of butchered that part right there on the script. My fault.
It's all good.
Basically, they believed that they could like find who they were meant to be with if they like did stuff with like yarn and all that. I don't know how accurate it was.
Yarn?
Something like that. I don't know it didn't really specify it too much, but yeah, it's.
I mean, were they gonna do like knit somebody a blanket or something?
That would be nice. It is getting cold out there.
It is getting cold. Yeah, it would be nice.
I mean, I do love the cold, but
I love the cold more than the heat. That's just me.
Yeah.
I love fall.
I mean,
Halloween's the best time of year.
yeah. I mean, I always joke about being from the South. I do enjoy the heat because I would love to live in Florida. I don't know. It's just something about
Boo.
it. Just something about it just feels right being there.
Yeah, well, to each their own. Yeah, what do you wanna?
Yeah, I got you. By the late 1800s, it was turning into what you know as Halloween today. In the 1920s and 30s, they were throwing Halloween parties, so they were the OGs of Halloween parties.
Those probably would have been crazy.
Yeah, especially with that being during Prohibition.
Oh.
Because didn't that start in like the 30s?
Yeah. Yeah, it ended in 34 or something.
Something like that, yeah. And unfortunately, people had to ruin it with vandalism.
Yeah. What do you think they did with parties back then in like the 20s and 30s?
I don't know. They probably had illegal alcohol.
Yeah. I bet they're a whole lot different than what they're. Well,
I mean,
I don't know. I bet they're probably the same in a very weird sense. Everybody doesn't have like permed hair that looks like George Washington anymore.
yep. Halloween parties have really evolved.
Yeah.
I haven't been to one, but I hear they're really fun.
Well, hopefully you'll go one day. I've been to a couple. But, anyways.
Vandalism with the houses kind of slowed down during the 50s, so that's good.
Yeah.
30 years, 30 years of insanity.
Yeah. Well, Americans spend about $6 billion a year on Halloween, just behind Christmas.
What's your favorite thing about Halloween?
My favorite thing? Probably just going out. Just the weather. just this time of year.
The weather.
Not
is
even not even the holiday. It just being fall is amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's perfect in my opinion. I think fall time is the perfect time of year.
I like how when I can be a full grown adult like I am now, and I can just go out there and get candy. I'm
Yeah.
going with my little sister.
For real?
Yeah.
You're really going trick or treating for Halloween?
Yeah. I'm a little too old. But
Oh,
hey,
that's
free
crazy.
candy.
That's crazy. Okay, that's something else. I was honestly thinking about seeing if we could go out to some rich neighborhoods and see if I can get some, but they'll give some. I bet they would. All right. So now we're going to stop talking about the history of Halloween, and we're going to talk about some Halloween movies.
Heck yeah.
So, one of the most iconic parts of Halloween is the movies. All be honest. You got classic Halloween movies like Halloween, which is pretty ironic. You got Friday the 13th, another ones. I really like Leatherface. That's a good one. It's not really
Ooh,
Halloween.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah, those are the best.
My dad, I think, has seen that movie.
Those are the best movies. I love the first one the best, and I watched this every year on Halloween. Somehow I always end up watching it. It's House of a Thousand Corpses.
Oh.
It's by Rob Zombie. I don't know if you know Rob Zombie. You
I've
may
heard
know
of him,
his
yes.
may know his music, but that movie I have to watch it every Halloween. That is like I have to do it every Halloween.
It's tradition.
It's mandatory.
I watched Nightmare Before Christmas.
Isn't that's a Christmas movie, man?
It's also a Halloween movie.
It's 50-50. I don't like that movie. That's not a Christmas movie or a Halloween movie. It's just
its own
it's-
genre.
it's its own boring genre.
I also really wanted, I don't know if you knew, but one of my favorite video games, Five Nights at Freddy's, got turned into a movie. I really wanted to see that. I don't know if that's.
I heard it was
considered horror.
bad. I heard it was bad.
I mean,
I heard it. So
my sister and her friends went to go see it, and I could have asked her, hey, can I come along? But I didn't really care much for her friends, so I was like, nah.
yeah.
Her friends are something else.
Oh, what do you do every Halloween? You just go trick or treating?
Yeah, and listen to that Halloween playlist my mom has.
Yeah. Yeah. So, some superstitions about Halloween's like black cats, which were believed to aid witches during the Middle Ages. Oh, I didn't know that. Also, there's also walking under ladders, and it's ancient Egyptian roots. So that myth comes back from
Ancient Egypt.
a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time
I
ago.
mean, I'm not afraid to walk under ladders. Like, what?
No, I've fallen off a couple. I've walked between. I broke a couple mirrors. I've seen black cats
Ooh,
at night.
Breaking mirrors. That's 7 years.
Yeah,
bad
yeah, I know that's almost as bad as it can get. I thought it was breaking a mirror. I accidentally stepped on it, which was the worst part. I've broken 3 mirrors by accidentally stepping on them. Yeah,
Goodness, that's 21 years.
yeah, and I've
You're
been,
what, 17, 18 now?
yeah, and I've been having a real tough time.
You won't be free from the curse till you're in like your mid-30s.
I believe in that stuff. I don't know. Do you believe in superstitions at all?
If there's like a scientific or like religious base to it, yes. I guess like if it can be proven with like science, I would believe it, yes.
I don't know.
I guess it doesn't
love
leave much for
Halloween,
the
though.
imagination.
Do you believe in witches?
Not really, but like my sister.
Mhm. Well, Halloween is a very dangerous holiday, which I get. It's fun. Halloween, I feel like it's the one day of the year where I don't know, go do whatever you want. There's limits.
Yes.
There's
Please
limit.
don't break the law and say, "Oh, Jake and Dylan from Forgotten by Time said, hey, do whatever you want."
Yeah.
We are not responsible for that.
Just leave Jake's name out of it. There's been a 43% increase in pedestrian deaths on Halloween. Compared to other nights, said to near said date.
Yeah, it's
Um,
mostly kids too, because they can't see them when you're driving because of how small they are.
Did you want to see that?
Oh, 608 people have died due to accidents on Halloween. Surprisingly, less cases of tainted candy have been reported. I mean, I remember reading a few years ago about the raisins and the apples. and I was like,
yeah.
oh, God, no. I was scared, so I would be eating apples I get from the store that I know can see. However, parents, you should still check to make sure your kids' candy isn't tampered with. Like, make sure it's not open or look like it's been damaged in any way. If it is, please report it immediately and find out where you got it from so you can,
It'd be
figure out.
kind of hard to track down a piece of candy, though.
That is true. Well, if you, like,
Especially if it was just like a Snickers bar. Like,
that is
you
true.
know what I'm saying?
Just try to have, like, a mental note of where you're going, I guess.
Yeah.
So that way, if something happens, you can go back and figure out what the heck happened.
Yeah. I love Halloween. I'm ready. I'm ready to go do some stuff. But Halloween is a very fun holiday. Anybody can celebrate. But remember to have common sense. Don't do anything I want to do. Look both ways and check your candy for any tampering. Well, just have fun on Halloween and be
Honestly.
safe. What are you gonna be doing for? Yeah, you said just trick or treating this year.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if I can, I'm gonna go as Jelly Roll.
Yeah. Jelly Roll, the country musician.
Yeah, he's becoming one of my new favorite artists. I
Really?
won't lie, yeah.
I've never listened to one of his songs before.
Dead End Road.
Okay.
He's got later.
I bet he's got some bangers.
He
I
does.
bet he's got
His,
some
biggest
bangers.
song I think was "Son of a Sinner,"
Okay.
which kind of got me into him, and I was like, "Dang it," because I don't really like country music all that much.
I love old country music like
Yeah,
Bob
like
Dylan, Art Lone, Johnny Cash.
Classic country, yeah, like
Yeah.
I like George Strait, Toby
Never
Keith,
heard.
the patriotic ones, I guess.
Yeah, I like old bluegrass too. Old bluegrass.
We have an appreciation for old music, so
I have appreciation for almost all types of music, except for pop. I hate pop music.
some pop I'm okay with. Like, what's her name? I can't think of her name. It's, I can't think of her name now, but she sings the Kill Bill song. I like her.
I don't know. I just don't like any pop songs. Anything you'd really like hearing at CVS or Walgreens, I can't stand it.
Yeah, it just gets repetitive. Also, All I Want for Christmas Is You. Oh my goodness.
Well, you don't
The
like that
amount of
song, bro?
times It's giving me trauma.
Oh my
at this
God.
point.
I'm gonna start singing that song every day now for you.
No.
All I want for Christmas
Please
is
don't. I will not
you.
show up.
I'm gonna
I
start
will
doing that
take
every
Saturday
day.
school.
Every day. Every day. When you least expect it to, you'll be falling asleep on your desk and I'll be like, all I want for Christmas.
Thankfully, my keyboard
Catch
at
you
my
off
desk
guard.
don't work.
Oh, so you've just been acting like you've been doing work there, Jacob?
No. I've been doing my work, but I've also been listening to Fox News. So, but that's a different story. Anyways, this has been Jake and Dylan from Forgotten by Time. We will see you in the next video.
And you have a good
Goodbye,
one.
and stay safe.
All right.